Welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. Like I said, um, niggerpians don't want to listen, and again, I don't totally fault them because I understand why. It is a deep subconscious uh, and condition and a programming. And I want you to understand just how aware and how much attention white racists pay black people. Okay? I want you guys to listen.
Cowards, a bunch of them. So neo-Nazis decided to use racial slurs against children in front of the police. It's one of the most disgusting things you will hear this year. Here it is.
Where's your walk around us? Where's your parents?
Did you hear what he just said? He said 13%. So again, Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Francis Cress Wesson, Shahrazad Ali, Dr. Khalid Mohammed, Minister Louis Farrakhan, they talk about this, how America, and for those niggerpians who live in America and don't want to see America for what America is, right? America is great, America is good, but also America is bad, and America is downright deplorable. Okay? America can be both at the same time. Anyway, the 13%. Why did he say 13%? Because it's significant. Over the past 2 decades, I should say the past almost 3 decades, the black population in America has been stagnant at 13%. This is why, again, when you see the Hispanic population, how it has gone from 9% to now 20, either 20, I think it's 22 or 23%, while, or maybe even a little less than that. But the black populations are 13%, and they know this. The white supremacists know this. The racists, they're on the police force, they're in the military, they're in the Department of Defense, they're in the CIA, they're in the NSA, they're in the Department of Justice, they're in the FBI. We know that they're the majority in the Predator Department all across America, and that includes the Sambos and the Sambinas, right? Black men and black women, nigger men and nigger black women, who would get into position and where they can change the culture. Don't change the culture, but keep the status quo, right? Because they're all about their own career, their own self-interest, and their family, and that's it. Everybody else. Okay? But I'm doing this video because, again, I want us to understand, right? I'm not talking about as a TI here, but as a black person who is a TI. Exactly what it is that they're doing. And they let us know, but because we have no clue of the totality of white supremacists and white supremacy and the warfare that they engage upon black people. Okay, and I want you guys to listen.
These little threats. They just want to kill for making threats. Can you arrest them? Please arrest them.
They have to.
Hey, stop making threats.
They comping even town.
The future.
He says, future engineers. Okay? Future engineers. So when I talk about how they engage in environmental warfare to dumb down our mind, particularly lead poisoning, we tend to not want to listen. We tend to not want to pay attention, right? Poisoning of our foods, okay? The manipulation of our minds, right? The hypersexualization of young children, okay? And again, the target individual program, which is meant to identify those within the black community who they think or they fear could be a leader, and eradicating black leaders. And again, I understand that there are white TIs. I understand there are TIs who are Asian. I understand there are TIs who are such. Okay? And I always say this. When you look at who they experiment on the most, all right? Because I always say this. Eventually, these dark triads, the 1%, those that control those in power, lower classes of white people, are also their enemy. Why I say that? Because they understand, just as in Bacon Rebellion, again, you can go back and look at the history. Poor blacks, indentured serving blacks and poor indentured serving whites united together to fight the elites, the wealthy landowner owners who were robbing both groups of people. And so Bacon Rebellion, go look it up, is the tipping point or the pivotal point in which the wealthy white owner says, no, we need to separate, right, European people from African people. And so that is when they created the term whiteness, or they invented white people. So we have to understand this. But again, I want you guys to understand, when I talk about black people being in engineering, STEM, the STEM, right? They've been engaging in cognitive warfare against black people for a very long time. As a matter of fact, since forever. Since they went into Africa and enslaved Africans. But we tend to be, again, the religious belief system that we push on our young people. Okay? They'll talk about God, but they'll use their God to fight against us, to keep us down, to oppress us. When we talk about God, it's about love and all that stuff, but we love white people more than we love our own. Right? We don't want our children to become brilliant. We don't want our children to engage in the sciences, right? Because they got you believing that those things are the devil's work or what have you. And we keep falling for this. We keep being manipulated. And like I said, we're going to have to hold these churches accountable. We're going to have to get in their faces and let them know the truth. And that they start teaching the truth. Because again, this video again is proof of what's to come.
Hey, you guys are the future engineers.
So anyway, this is from Dr. Richie, Indisputable. All right, you can go watch the entire video. But Dr. Richie never picks up on that point, these points that I just made. Okay? But I understand they are methodical when it comes to destroying us as individuals and as a group of people. And we need to start paying attention. Talk to you guys in the next video.